Welcome back, Goofy Goobers, to Sponge Lore. My name is Eric, and today we will be talking about the eras of Bikini Bottom. For those of you who don't already know, an era is a distinct, typically long period of time, for example, a geological age. There are several of these shown in universe for Bikini Bottom, most of which having their own versions of at least some of the main characters. First off, we have the Prehistoric era. This is seen in the episode SB129. The featured character equivalents include Primitive Sponge, Primitive Star, and the time-traveling Squidward, as well as a jellyfish and a few other creatures. The Squidosaurus Rex, as seen in the SpongeBob movie Sponge Out of Water, may have also been from this era. In this time, there was little to no technology other than that which Squidward brought with him, including the game of jellyfishing. Up next is the Advanced Prehistoric Era, taking place at about 10,000 BC, which appears in the episode Ugh, also known as SpongeBob BC, and can be seen in Atlantis SquarePants. This era contains our beloved Conch Street friends as Spongegar, Patar, and Squog. We are also introduced to prehistoric crabs and prehistoric Gary, along with foghorn creatures and more jellyfish. In this era, society starts to form as we see permanent structures, pets, and oral language developing. The most advanced technologies that we see, though, are tools such as clubs and fire. Next in the timeline, occurring somewhere between the 5th and 15th century AD, is the Medieval Times era, which can be seen in the episode Dunces and Dragons. During this period, Bikini Bottom had the name Bikini Bottom Shire. This era's interpretation of the characters include Squidly, King Krabs, Princess Pearl, Planktonomore, Glassball Karen, the Dark Knight, meaning Sandy, not Batman, Leech Gary, Dragon Jellyfish, and the Medieval Bottomites. Additionally, King Krabs' castle could be seen as the first Krusty Krab, and Planktonomore's tower could be seen as the first Chum Bucket. Most technologies have advanced greatly since the last era we covered. We can see medieval weaponry and armor being used, entertainment being expanded, and the Dark Knight even learning karate. The next era is the Western Times era, occurring somewhere in the late 19th century AD and seen in the episode Pest of the West. In those days, Bikini Bottom was called Bikini Gulch or Deadeye Gulch. This era's versions of the characters include SpongeBob SquarePants, Pecos Patrick, Hopalong Tentacles, William Krabs, Deadeye Plankton, Pauline Puff, Sandy's Western Relative, and the Western Bottomites. This little town features the Krusty Cantina, which is their equivalent of the Krusty Krab, though there is no apparent equivalent for the Chum Bucket. It can also be seen that the train has been invented and developed to some extent. Up next, we have the pre-Bikini Bottom era as seen in the episode Back to the Past. This likely takes place somewhere in the late 19th to mid-20th century AD. The characters here include Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy, and Man Ray, as well as the early Bottomites and time travelers. In this era, Bikini Bottom had a population of just 38. Additionally, sometime around this period, Bikini Bottom declared its independence from Bikini Top. That's not even a joke, that's actual lore. So, the next era would obviously be present-day Bikini Bottom, but I'm not going to talk about that in this video. Instead, I would like to point you in the direction of every other video of mine for more information. The next era, then, would be the 40th century AD. This, like the prehistoric era, appears in the episode SB129. The characters here include Spongetron, with his 486 clones, Patron, the chrome spray painter, and time-traveling Squidward. There are two great wonders of this era. One, everything is chrome in the future. And two, The building of the Krusty Krab remains entirely unharmed. Finally, appearing in Spongehenge, we have the 51st century AD. By this time, Bikini Bottom and all our underwater friends have been extinct for years. All of the chrome has washed away, and all that remains is the Spongehenge for future civilizations to awe and wonder at. That's all for this video. Be sure to subscribe to be a Goofy Goober, like and share the video if you enjoyed, and leave a comment saying what you want me to talk about. And until next time, stay spongy.